So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a highly requested deck profile on my Facebook page and in the comment section below, and you guys can see by the front cover of the picture, I'm going to be profiling my Yosenju today, and you know what, I'm so sorry guys that it took me a while to showcase you guys this deck because I was looking for, Rippling Mirror Forces and of course Card of Demise. And you know what, for those of you who haven't yet checked out my Facebook page, check out my Facebook page right now, www.facebook.com/TeamSamuraiX1. A lot of people have been requesting this deck profile on the Facebook page, so for those of you who haven't yet liked my Facebook page, make sure you guys go do it right now. That's your best way of communication with me. That's the best way where you guys can, talk to me one-on-one, and you guys can, ask me for deck requests, dual video requests and things like that. So you know what, the best way to communicate with me, a lot of people ask, and I always answer by, just follow my Facebook, like my Facebook page. That's where you guys can get all the information on and updates on my upcoming YouTube video / YouTube channel. And you know what, since the release of Card of Demise, this deck has been absolutely phenomenal, and not a lot of people are gonna like this deck because you know what, it is very cancerous, and the amount of floodgates that you play in this deck is just absolutely scary. It's phenomenal, and you know what, this deck has just so much back row hate against the meta. You're basically just gonna beat out your opponent with just traps, and with the addition Card of Demise and Rippling Mirror Force, this deck has just been and this deck is the nut basically. And a lot of people have maybe wondering, Sam, how come, Yosenjus can work with Card of Demise? Doesn't it? Yosenjus have to return to the hand, and Card of Demise gets to discard your entire hand. And you know what, guys? Not a lot of people know that, and you guys will be surprised on how many players are new to the game and they do not know that Yosenjus and Card of Demise can interact with each other. So what basically you do in Card of Demise is that you activate Card of Demise, you draw your 3 cards. During the end phase, you resolve Card of Demise first, so basically discard your entire hand. If you have no hand, that would be absolutely amazing. So you discard your entire hand, and then after Card of Demise resolves, you want to resolve each of your Yosenju. So that means that, let's say you have your 4 Yosenjus on the board, you activate Card of Demise, so you draw 3 cards, set all your back row. During the end phase, activate Card of Demise effect. Since you have no cards in hand, discard your whole entire hand, and then after that resolves, you want to activate each of your Yosenju's effect to return them to your hand. So that way, that's why Card of Demise is just so good in this deck, and I believe that it's in this deck can interact with Card of Demise very, very well. Same goes with Cleave Demise. So you know what, shout outs to Card of Demise for coming out and making rogue decks viable again. So without further ado, let's get started. Before I start with this deck profile, if you guys can give this video with 200 plus likes, that'll be absolutely amazing. Pause the video and just give this video a thumbs up right now, guys. And throughout the deck profile, I'll explain to you guys all my card choices and the reasons why I play them. So without further ado, let's get started. And I started with the basic monsters. I play the triple ones. This card is your compulsive to the deck. Very, very good. Very, very self-explanatory. So you want to play triple combo 1. Really good. And you know what, a lot of people don't know as well is that these cards don't special summon, so all they do is normal summon. So I play 3 2s. 2 is very, very important because I do play Quaking Mirror Force in the deck, and I felt like Quaking Mirror Force is one of the it's so powerful next to Rippling Mirror Force in the deck. And what you can basically do is that, if you Rippling Mirror Force 3 or 4 cards that your opponent controls, you can basically just keep poking with this card to your opponent for 900 to the face, which is absolutely phenomenal. So Yosenju Kama 2, which is a very, very phenomenal card, and especially with 2 Tenki on board, this card can essentially deal 1,000 damage to your opponent's life point every single return. And to combo off with Kama 2, you want to play triple Yosenju Kama 3. This card is your main search of the deck. This card is like your Rhoda of the deck. This card is very, very good. All you literally need is to see, 1 copy of this card and a copy of this card, and then you can basically go off. So triple combo 3, very, very self-explanatory. And next one I'll play, of course, double Yosenju Sujic. This card is basically the honest of the deck. During the if the Yosenju monster battles an opponent monster, you basically send this card from your hand to the graveyard and make the Yosenju monster gain 1,000 attack, which is absolutely phenomenal. And the really good thing about these cards is that during the end phase, these all bounce back to your hand, which is very, very nice. So you can go off the triple combo plays next turn. And that's pretty much it for the Yosenju that I play. I don't play L. I felt like L isn't necessary in the deck, and I felt like you'd rather see more floodgates and more back rows rather than always searching for L. And I felt like these cards are the only cards that you need for your Yosenjus, in my personal opinion. And I do play 1 monster, and I do play the 1 Graveyard Keeper's Commandant. This card is absolutely phenomenal because Necro Valley is such a broken card against the meta right now. It stops Monarch, stops Pantheism, stops the Prime. Very, very important to stop the Prime because Prime can be a very problematic card against basically any deck against in today's meta, which is very, very nice. So getting that Necro Valley search as much as possible is really, really nice. And if you also have that what is it? And this card is really good with Card Demise. So let's say that you activate Card Demise, you end up drawing a Commandant. You can basically ditch Commandant, activate Necro Valley, set your back row, and during the end phase you don't have to discard anything, and then activate Card Demise, resolve Demise, and then add back all your Senju from your deck to your hand. So Commandant is really good, and also if you already have a Necro Valley on board, you can easily just normal summon this card, and he is easily a 2100 beater on board, which is absolutely amazing. So that's pretty much it for monsters you play in the deck. You don't play any more, and you guys are probably wondering, Sam, why don't you play any hand traps, effect veilers, maxis? And you know what? A lot of people don't know that your Senjus and maxis or like hand traps don't work well together. You want to see more of your Senju monster as much as possible. You want to see more of your floodgates as much as possible. And especially with the new addition of Card Demise, you know what? You don't want to end up drawing into your floodgates and just having to discard them during the end phase. So off Card Demise, the only thing you would literally want to draw is the trap cards that you have in your deck. So that's pretty much it for your monsters. Go after your spells, hands down the best card in the deck, triple Card Demise. This card is absolutely phenomenal. It's just so good. You know what? Shoutouts to this card for bringing back every single rogue deck in the entire world. So, Card Demise is absolutely amazing. In my personal opinion, I felt like this card should definitely go to 1 during the next ban list. I felt like it shouldn't get banned because, you know what, this card actually brings out potential into every single rogue decks. But, ban is, a pretty harsh term for this card. Even though a lot of people may agree, yeah, ban Card Demise. But, I felt like this card should just definitely go to 1, in my personal opinion. Because, if this card goes to 1, it gives a dying chance to rogue decks, to even at least play 1 copy of this card. So, triple Card Demise. Card is busted, and let me explain to you guys one more time. During the end phase, you want to activate this card, resolve this card first, so you have no cards in hand. Discard your entire hand, which is nothing, and then resolve each of your Yosenjus. So Card Demise is absolutely the nut. So you want to see this card in your opening hand as much as possible. Next, I'll play triple duality. Back in the day, you only played 2 dualities because there's no cards that you really want to dig into. So, but now you want to dig into Demise, you want to dig into Rippling, you want to dig into Quaking, all those floodgates you want to dig into. So power duality. Very, very amazing. Very, very crucial. The fact that you're able to dig 3 cards deep into your deck to search for your combo plays is just absolutely phenomenal. So, triple power duality is definitely needed in the deck, in my personal opinion. Next, I'll play, of course, Double Fire Formation Tenki. You know what? This card is very, very good, but I really think you only need 1 copy of this card. Like, the only spell card in my personal opinion that you ever want to draw into is literally Power Duality or Card Demise. Sometimes I hate drawing to this card. Sometimes I can even just play on my back rows rather than even having to always rely on your Yosenju monster, because you know what, your opponent can just lose the back row. Legit, it's just crazy. But Fire Formation Tenki is really good because it can search out your Yosenju monsters. All your Yosenju monsters are Beast Warrior monsters, which is really, really nice. But the really thing that I don't like about this card is that sometimes this card can clog on the board with Card Demise, so it can really conflict. So if you activate it and you're trying to set cards, you can't set everything. So you know what, I want to minimize myself on playing 10 key as much as possible. I did play 3. 3 did not work out for me, so I just decided to cut it down to 2. Now I actually might even want to cut it down to 1, because every single side every single game 2 and 3, I always side 1 out, because I felt like all you literally need is a fire. Like if you get your 10 key into your comma 2 while you already have a comma 3, you already have unlimited Tenki searches already, so the rest of the Tenki in your deck will be dead. But aside from that, this card is really good because it helps you get into your combo plays and things like that. So, Fire Formation Tenki on the other side is it's okay. It's okay at best, but I wouldn't max it at 3 because it can conflict with Card Demise. You want to set all your traps as much as possible. To be honest, even with the traps, I actually just not only with the spells, I legitimately only want to play these 6. And just play the rest all traps, legit, because these cards are the only spell cards you want to see, in my personal opinion. So, double Tenki, Runner Regeki. This card is really, really good. Clears board presence, which is nice. You guys can also play Dark Hole as well if you guys don't have Regeki. Basically the same purpose. The one lone MC in the main deck. I felt like, your Senjus could just beat down, through anything, basically. And you know what? In today's format, the only deck that actually play real back row is Clean Demise. The rest, like, Monarchs, Cosmo only play Cosmojo, but that's one card you gotta deal with. So, you know what, Mystical Stage Typhoon at 1 is definitely good enough in this deck, in my personal opinion. So, 1 MST is really, really good. I felt like Twin Twister isn't as great in this deck because you don't want to end up discarding your Senju monsters to the graveyard to resolve Twin Twister. But you know what, MST definitely works as the same purpose, so I love playing the 1 MST in this deck. It has been working wonders for me, so I like the 1 MST. Now let's go up to your floods for your spells. So, double Necro Valley, because you can definitely search it with Commandant. Really, really nice. This card literally locks on every single deck in the meta right now. What is it? Cosmos. They can't banish from the grave. What is it? What else? Prime Monarch, Pantheisms, Idea, Eidos. Oh my god. You guys name it. This card is just so good. Necro Valley, and of course the Dimensional Fissure. This card is the nut, guys. Basically any floodgates that don't let you use the graveyard is the nut. So, and this card does not conflict with this deck because your Yosenju's monster will return to your hand at the end phase if they survive. So the D-Fissure is definitely a must-off in my personal opinion in the spell lineup. So that's pretty much it for spells. Let's go off to your traps. Oh my god, guys, you are playing a heavy trap lineup. You do play double Johnny Mirror Force. Shout out to my boy Jason from 401. So shout out to you, Jason. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I would play triple Ripley Mirror Force if I had it, or Johnny Mirror Force if I had it, guys. I'm telling you right now, if you guys play 3, definitely play 3. For my third substitute, I am playing a, what is it called? A Storm Mirror Force. So if you guys have triple Johnny Mirror Force, definitely play triple Drowning instead of the third Storming. This card is absolutely needed in the deck. For the Sober versus that, you know what, your Yosenju monsters don't stay on the board during the end phase, and you know what, Johnny Mirror Force has it has the best use in this deck in my personal opinion. So if you have 3, use 3 Johnny Mirror Forces right now. Just do it 100%. Just put it in. Pretend this is the third Johnny Mirror Force, guys. And you know what, the reason why I only played 2 is because Jason only had 2, and he was only able to let me out 2. So shout out to Jason again for letting me out this card. So if I did have 3, I would definitely play 3 because it is needed at 3. So it show triple Drowning, let's say, but for now, for those of you who don't have Drowning, just play Stormings instead. So triple Drowning right here. Next one I'll play, of course, double Quaking. I love the Mirror Forces in the deck. I already said it before how amazing this card is. I find this card is the second best Mirror Force in this game right now because it flips all the monsters face down, and your opponent cannot flip those monsters face up. And especially against Burning Abyss, flipping all those cards face down, they basically can't do anything. They don't have a tribute out. They don't have anything to clear their board. So Quaking Mirror Force is absolutely phenomenal. And commonly off the combo too, just poking direct for direct damage is just absolutely amazing. So double Quaking is definitely, in my personal opinion, needed. I feel like you have to play at least 4 Mirror Forces in the deck, or even 5. I love the defense that this deck has, so that's just my play style. But for those of you who just want to play 3 Mirror Forces in the deck, you guys just play triple Drowning, and I'll tell you guys what cards you guys might want to play. So let's go out into the Floods, man. Triple Warrior Warlords. This card is the best card of the format right now, in my personal opinion. So good. Destroys Monarchs, destroys Cosmos. The only thing that this deck doesn't really hurt is Clean Demise and maybe PK Fire. But other than that, this you're gonna be facing in nationals or locals, you're gonna be facing 100% of the time Monarch players or Cosmo players, because those two are the most prevalent decks right now. And even against Draco Pals or Pepe, this card just wrecks their deck. So Warrior Warlords is the nut of the format. Best trap card of the format in my personal opinion. Or if you guys want to say best floodgate of the format. So triple rivalry, double lose a turn. Oh my god, they hate, guys. Against Monarchs, they can't Aether, they can't, when they summon Idea, they activate Eidos, just flip this card. Eidos won't get the effect to get the additional tribute summon. So, this card is just the nut, man. Really good against Pepe. I'm trying to tell you guys right now, Pendulums are making a comeback, so this card is absolutely phenomenal. And, in Cosmos too, if they tag out, you activate, lose a turn, Dark Destroyers will get their effect, Scent Rider will get their effect, and they're forced to put it in defense mode, which is pretty nice. And next turn, if they end up attacking, you have triple Johnny Mirror Forces in the deck. So, double loser turn, amazing. 1 Macrocosmo, oh my god, I thought I was done with the Floodgates. Card is amazing, guys. As I said before, Saber versus D-Fissure, but you guys all know how amazing cards is that, you guys all know how amazing, a deck is where, you don't let your opponent use your graveyard. So, Macrocosmo is the nut. Wish this card was at 3, man. 1 Boundless, after 1-ups, your hate, your back row hate, 1 Boundless, 1 Warning, 1 Vanity Sentinel, and oh baby, Starlight Road. The amount of Twin Twisters that I would always get activated on is just absolutely phenomenal. And you know what, sometimes I actually might want to bump this card up to 2 because this card is just so good, and it's really a surprise factor. 1, you don't have to bring up the Stardust Dragon. The Stardust Dragon, the bringing out Stardust Dragon effect is it's not mandatory, it's optional. So if you have Emptiness on board or something like that, or if you card Demise's turn or something like that, your opponent Twin Twisters, you just activate Starlight Road and just stop their what's it called? Stop their Twin Twisters and things from activating. Card is really good against Full House, which is very, very nice. Starlight Road is really amazing. You guys can also play Huge Revelations over, but I felt like this card has a better reward because you do get a free Stardust Dragon on board. So that's technically two negations. So if you have a Stardust on board, so Starlight Road is 1 negation and another Stardust Dragon is another negation. So Starlight Road is amazing, but you guys can, I also have different substitutes to this card. You guys can put in Dark Bribes, you guys can put in Wiretap, you guys can put in Huge Revelations over, basically any other card you guys want to fit your playstyle, but I love the Starlight Road. This card is absolutely amazing. I love this card, man. And yeah, guys, so what I was saying before, if you guys only want to play triple Johnny Mirror Force, you guys can either take out 2 Quaking Mirror Mirror Force for either Chaos Trap Hole, double Chaos Trap Hole, in my personal opinion, or you guys can even take out Quaking Mirror Forces for a Solemn Strike, see if you guys have them in your deck. But, you know, for now, I felt like these cards are enough. Lose one turn is technically your Solemn Strikes, because I know a lot of people may not have Solemn Strike, because this deck is already expensive as it is with Card of Demise and Drowning Mirror Forces and things like that. So you guys don't even have to play Solemn Strikes in deck. You guys can play other alternatives like Chaos Trap Hole or Lose a Turn. These cards are relatively cheap right now. You guys can even play Quaking Mirror Force. If you guys don't even have Drowning or Stormings or like Quaking, you guys can just play your standard Mirror Forces and things like that, because Card of Demise is still a very amazing card with this deck. So that's pretty much it for your back rows. It's pretty disgusting. You know, you basically don't let your opponent play. You summon your commas or whatever, attack, and then just set your back row and just, you know, go for game from there. So that's pretty much it for our main deck. Let's go up to our side deck. Side deck is very up to personal preference. I always say that in all my deck profiles, because I can't really tell you guys on what you guys want to side. So let's go off. I'll give you guys an overview of what you guys may want to side. So 1 Gamma Seal, double Flying C, double Max C, really amazing. Double Mist Space Typhoon, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Full House, very, very good against the clean matchup. I needed mirror match, torrential mirror match, triple Master Restrict, and last but not least, double Dark Bribe in the side deck. So that's pretty much it for the side. You know, get rid of the back rows, Master Restrict against Monarchs. You literally flip Master Restrict, lose a turn, and Rivalry of Warlords with the Starlight World or Dark Bribe set. Man, tell me how you're gonna lose the game. You're not. It's insane. Flying C is really good against BA. Really, really amazing. You literally sit on 1 Flying C, and so against VA, what you do is you activate Flying C. So they sit on the Flying C, you summon your combos and everything. You basically attack with combo 2s and just do lay port for direct damage, and end phase return everything back. And that way, that what usually BA players do is that they will switch the Flying C to attack mode and you'll just attack into your Yosenjus. But guess what? Your Yosenjus return to your hand after, so it doesn't really matter. And also, guys, a really good thing about this deck, in my personal opinion, is that what is it called? Stormforth does nothing against this deck, so relatively this deck has a really great matchup against Monarchs. So yeah, so let's go up to our extra deck. You know, of course, 1 Brotherhood of Fire Fist Tiger King, because it is a Beast Warrior and it can potentially search all your 10 keys, which is pretty cool. Abyss Beholder. Do you know how to pronounce that? It's a Dutch version. 1 Dagasso Emerald. 1 Honor Arc. Giant Hand. I barely go into this card. The only extra deck card I really go into is a Brotherhood of Fire Fist, Tiger King, and a Cowboy. But these cards are just in case. Direwolf, Lightning Shidori, double Cowboy, double Castell, 1 Utopia, Lightning, and last but not least, 1 Stardust Dragon to run off for your extra deck. So guys, I'm so sorry for taking 17 minutes of your life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys give this video 200 plus likes, and you know what, have a wonderful weekend, have a great Friday, and for those of you who are going to Nationals, I'll see you guys at Nationals. And by the way, guys, I do take mat customizations, so if you guys want cool play mats like this and things like that, you know, cool play mats that you guys want me to customize for you. A lot of people have asked me, Sam, do you customize play mats that can I give you different, you know, monsters that I want on my mat, and can you customize it for me? I'm like, yes, man, I can do that for you. And I made a ton of amazing mats on my Facebook page, so make sure you guys check it out, and send me a direct message if you guys are interested in purchasing a mat. And this is Sam from Team SamHamTV. Sam signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really appreciate your patience. 17 minutes of your goddamn life. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this is Sam from Team SamHamTV signing out. Alright guys, have a wonderful Friday, and yeah, peace!